right, guys, welcome back to the show. We are so thankful you guys are joining us once again. Before we get started with the awesome guest that I can't wait to talk to, once again, I'm going to remind you that we're going to be at the Woods Ball World Cup next weekend. Waldo and I, we're going to be hanging out. We got a whole booth set up coming. We're going to be doing interviews on site with some legends there. Fred Schultz, the ref, Rosie's going to be there. Kevin Donaldson, a bunch of real OGs that we're going to lock down. That's kind of hard to lock down because, they're like dinosaurs, and trying to get them to use StreamYard is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. So they're going to be in location. We're going to be there with everything we need to get these interviews for you guys. So again, it's at PSI in Newburgh, New York. So if you want to come hang out with us, definitely come hang out. But next, I got to tell you about Dizana Sports, man. They just came out with a brand new duffel bag. They got joggers, custom jerseys, and every you're looking to get laced up with. Just head on over to DizanaSports.com and use code Overshot when you check out. You'll get 10% off the whole order. Everything you get. The joggers are mint. Our jerseys, are Dizana. They're great. And they've just been a company that's really helped us out. So the more you guys shop there, because we see you guys doing it all the time, it's really great for us. We really appreciate it. The other thing, which I love talking about because I love mine, is my Volcano bag, dude. This thing is a backpack. It's not a roller bag. It's the perfect, medium-sized gear bag for all your needs, man. And their website is volcanousa.com, and the code is Overshot10 for theirs. I mean, their bags are sweet, dude. I really love mine. Waldo's got one. It fits everything I need, and it's great for traveling because you fit more of them in your car. So if you're someone like myself and Waldo, we run deep. Normally we have 4 people in the car. This bag is perfect for that. But now that I'm done with that, I'd like to welcome back Trey Goodwin, man. Thank you for coming back on the show, dude. We really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me again, Travis.
No, man, thank you for coming back on. I love you hanging out. So we're going to start this with something we didn't talk about the last time. Is you started, I guess, a clothing company, a brand. I'm going to let you tell us about it because I don't know a whole lot, but I know it's going to give you a bunch of my money to help support you. What is this All Hard brand, and what's going on with that, man?
So it's called All Hard Paintball. My buddy and teammate Andrew Johnson had been putting some stuff out with the All Hard name about like a decade ago. So basically we just revamped it, and Andrew Johnson, myself, and Blaine Long, we all play together on Mutiny, came together and kind of just got it going again. So
awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah, so just in the early stages, but all the soft goods.
Right, dude. I saw this stuff, and it's a great little like All Hard is like a great little tag slogan, man. That's something I think is like a big in paintball is your heart. A lot of times, hard work will beat talent when talent doesn't work hard. So All Hard, I think, is a great little tagline.
Yeah, we like it too, and we think it makes sense, and it appeals to paintball and just whatever you want. So we think it's good.
Right, it carries through to multiple sports, so you're not just appealing just to the paintballer. I think that's a really smart idea.
Sure.
Cool. And is that like your guys' little call sign? Because now that I'm thinking about it, that's like I've videotaped a couple teams that do like little shouts to get themselves show. Like there's a team up here called Brave, and they go be brave, be brave. Is your guys saying all hard? Do you have is that like your guys' chant or not?
No, nothing like that. Just the Mutiny chants. No sort of all hard stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm sure. I mean, Mutiny's been around a long time. I mean, you guys are dirty pirates, so I'm sure you guys have plenty of old school chants that have been around for a hot minute.
Yeah, I've just been listening, trying to soak them up.
Right? Just drink it in, man.
Yeah, but nah, it's good, and the guys are great, and it's been good so far.
Yeah. All right, cool. So what products do you got? I know we talked about this off air, but what products are you guys offering? I see you got the hat. I know you got T-shirts.
Right. So we dropped dad hats and cuff beanies with the patch that you see here. And then the second run of stuff, we did embroidered headbands, like 4 or 5 different colors, and then those tri-blend shirts, like the soft shirts. And so currently we have the shirts and the headbands, and you can DM the page on Instagram to order them, or find us at MSXL next weekend in Nashville, or whatever. But we're easy to access. So
yeah, you're easy to find. No, that's cool. Yeah. So you guys are going to be are you playing next week at MXXL, or just going to kind of be set up a booth like slinging merch?
I'm not. I'll actually be out of town, but my other 2 buddies will be there. I think one of them's playing, one of them's not, but whatever. They'll be there with the duffel bag, hooking everybody up.
Nice, dude. And so I guess let's dig in. Oh, actually, I got one more question. So what do you are some future products you guys maybe want to put out? Like, what does the future hold for All Hard?
So,
hoodies? Like what else are you guys trying to get into?
Yeah, definitely all the soft goods. This next run, we're talking about doing, no cuff beanies since we did the cuff ones first.
Hmm.
And then like a sort of more quality, nice tech tee that you could practice in or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that's a good idea because I love doing that's what I do in the summertime. Like I just use like normally tech tee and just my arm pads and I let it rock.
Right.
Cool. So I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit already, but last time you talked to us, you were on a different team. So talk about us a little bit about your move, maybe why you would decide to go to Mutiny and everything that was related with that decision.
Yeah. So last time I was on here, I was playing for Struggle. That was like after Cup, so going into the off season, right?
Hmm.
Um, Andy Horvath had reached out to myself, Blaine Long, and Andrew Johnson to come down there and like for a practice weekend / tryout sort of deal. And we went down there, and that was kind of it.
And that was kind of so. Like,
Yeah,
was it just like you're trying to be on like a better team, I guess per se? You're just trying to get yourself more situate. Like, what was like your kind of decision to leave like the struggle camp
it's a
per
no
se?
brainer because just the sheer resources that Muni has, whether it's practice opponents or you know financial backing or whatever.
No,
It's
it's a
just
better
a
camp for
more,
sure. Like, no
yeah,
one could definitely blame you. Like, you definitely made an upgrade for sure, man.
sure. So it's nice to be in a camp where everybody's taking it serious, and it's just a little bit different. That's all.
Yeah, is that like the difference? Is it just more serious? Is there more accountability for players and things of that
Sure,
nature?
there's more accountability because there's a paid coach with experience, which you don't really get that anywhere. A couple semi-pro teams and then pro teams, obviously, right? So
Right.
having that, so having Sauceman holding us accountable and then holding each other accountable, yeah, super organized, super serious, and yeah, I think it's a good fit for me.
Dude, hell yeah. So when let's talk about the event a little bit. So the layout came out drop. What were your first thoughts? You're scrolling through Facebook, you see the NXL drop the layout, you're looking at it on paper. What were some of the first things you thought when you saw the layout?
First thoughts
Before
was that
before even like playing or doing anything. Yeah, like what
right.
was like the first things you thought?
First thoughts is that it looked like the 2019 Chicago one. It had like four sort of wedges or something in the center,
Hmm.
and how people played that where it was just chaotic as shit up there in the center, and
Yeah.
people would funnel it and whatever. And this kind of ended up being similar, at least towards the end of the tournament.
Yeah, right. People were flooding like the center of the field.
Hmm.
Cool. So for Mutiny, the layout drops. You guys are hardcore. Are you two days a weekend? Like we're talking Saturday, Sunday practices, or do you
Right,
guys
two
go beyond that?
right 2 2-day weekends. Mandatory weekends with everybody. Both of those were at CFP. The first weekend, we played Impact and Damage. The second weekend, we played Level and Damage.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Um,
Talk about that practice weekend a little bit. You guys were getting like great looks, huh?
yeah, I mean, pretty much the best looks you can get, since
Right?
obviously, they won the event as
They what?
well.
Right, dude. That's
And
crazy.
then,
So you were at Central Florida Paintball for that?
mhm, yeah, both those at CFP down there.
Nice. So you
Um,
got out of the Midwest a little bit. It was nice and warmer, a little less windy, I bet.
right. So anytime we're playing with Mutiny, it's usually at CFP or in
Okay.
Florida. At least it has been so far. So yeah, it's always
Okay,
nice to
because
go
they
down
kind of
there.
like, I don't know, like when I think of Mutiny, I kind of think Midwest team. So I just kind of assumed like you guys practice like in that kind of general area. But you're saying like when you guys get together to jam, it's at Central Florida Paintball.
Right. At least for this year. I know it's been different in the past. I don't want to misspeak or anything, but I know that it
Right.
originally maybe more Midwest, and then there were some Cali guys on the team last couple years. And then this year it just happened that like 50-60% of the team is from Florida, so just makes more sense.
Cool. That's actually going to lead to someone's going to ask. I was going to say, is it, are the guys now live in kind of Florida? So that's why you guys travel there? Or is it just because Florida's an easy place to travel to? We're saying that almost 60% of Mutiny like resides in Florida now.
Right. Yeah.
Cool, man. So I got to imagine it's tough traveling to practice like that. And I mean, we all know like we're not doing this because we're millionaires. So you gotta work too. So like, I mean, is there anything kind of like I guess special you do to make sure you're not like exhausted all the time, make sure you're on point and you really juggle? I mean, one of the hardest things about being semi-pros, you're pretty much putting in all the same time as the pros, but you're not getting pretty much the glory. You still got to practice just as much. So what's it like balancing all that stuff and working, man? I mean, it's got to be tough.
It's got to be tough. I mean, it is tough, obviously, but I think I've had like a solid 4 to 5 years of sort of trying to balance that. So I'm
Uh-huh.
at a point
Just
where it's pretty
starting to figure it out.
comfortable. Yeah. And
Yeah, just
yeah.
like I don't
So
sleep. My life kind of sucks sometimes.
nah, definitely sleep. Nah, if anybody that knows me will tell you that I sleep probably more than anybody they know. So all the
No,
sleep.
I'm like that too. I got no problems going to sleep, dude. So I get my 8, no problem.
Yeah, I have to. Otherwise, just run out of gas.
Yeah, no, you need to. So, like the going down to Florida, is it just is it just you 3 teams, or is it like a 4th team you work in?
Right. It's a 3-team rotation on one
3
field. And then
Nice,
we're
dude. So
playing.
you guys like that's fucking sick, dude. Talk about going from struggle to now you're like literally cross the swords with having damage and impact. Like, sweet. That's got to be
Yeah.
fucking sweet, dude.
No, it is awesome. And, obviously all those guys are real cool and approachable. And obviously we're going back and forth trying to help each other learn the shit. So
Yeah.
it's been really good.
What an opportunity to be a sponge, man. Holy crap.
Absolutely.
And so now looking back on that, what were some of the things you learned from that first weekend that maybe was something surprised you, or what was something you thought like, dude, we're definitely be able to do that. And you're like, dude, we cannot do that move. Or did it play how you kind of thought?
First weekend, I'm not so sure. Mainly the thing that resonates with me when we go to play teams like that is the pace on any layout, that they play at. And so sort of, measuring that up and then figuring out how we're going to play based off of that to where we can sort of dictate the pace a little bit. And we figured out that we were going to do that just by getting more active in the center and just like being there more often and faster than them.
Yeah.
So just being a little more proactive
against impact and damage, dude. That's crazy.
Right. Just because if you're playing on your heels against them, they just eat you up, right? So
right. That's when
just
they feast.
Right. If you're just reacting to them, then they're eating you up. So giving them something to react to every once in a while is good. I feel like it's good.
No, and I'm sure I'm sure that's why like a lot of pro teams don't let pro teams practice with them. And I feel like for the reason you were kind of just saying, like they kind of just sit on their heels and they let them chop it up. But I think that's why maybe you guys are allowed to come in because you don't do that. You're like, not like you may punch us in the mouth, but dude, I'm going to get up and fucking slug you right back. Dude, you best believe that.
Right. And, obviously, there's a bit of mutual respect, just with the Muni guys and whoever's down there at CFP.
Right.
Just they know they're going to get a good grind out of us, and we know the same from them. And so that's it.
Yeah. So, and the next week, I know you said it, but I'm sorry. You said you did damage and level.
Yeah. The second weekend.
Awesome. So something, I mean, you may not be able to speak to this too much, but level obviously did not have the hottest event. How was their practice? Was their practice not so hot either from the things you saw?
They did not look like a last place in practice. No, definitely not.
Definitely.
But everything's different. Obviously, when you get to the event,
Everything's different to the event.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what went down for them. I didn't watch their matches, so not really sure.
I was just curious. I did. I mean, I'm a nerd, so I watched all that stuff. But I'm a big believer in like if you do really well in practice, almost like the day before, like that makes me nervous. Like I'd rather get smacked and then come into you know what I'm saying? Like come into the event hungry. So that's why I was curious to know like how it went because I don't know. I kind of had in my head, I was like, they probably had a good practice going into the event, and just sometimes at the event, man, the balls don't bounce your way. The refs look in your way when you don't need them to, and it's how the cards break down, man.
Sure. I don't want to give exact scores or percentages or anything like that. But we're going back and forth, obviously, with everybody down there.
Right.
And
That's
I
why I'm not
feel
going to ask you to be like, oh no, we beat them like 6 games to 5 like that. I don't care.
obviously
I'm just
not
like,
going to do that. Yeah.
right. But I'm just, how did they look? Like, were you like, you know what, they were kind of struggling with this one side a little bit, and but you're saying they had a good practice. Just dude, like I said, I like to get smacked before practice, so I come in hungry. Like, if I play really well the day before a tournament, I'm kind of almost like, dude, things are going too good. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel like that's pretty like in
Right.
understanding that if you get beat down before that, that's probably not the worst thing for you. So
Eh, right. But that was again at CFP.
yeah.
Damn. So did you even come home, or did you just stay down there and live it up in Florida for a little bit?
So after the second layout weekend, me and a couple of the other guys stayed down there. We went to Miami for a couple of days and then
That's
came
what's
back
up,
up.
dude.
Yeah, one of our teammates lives down there, so we went to link up with him and then went back to Orlando. Obviously, like Wednesday, Thursday, to get stuff going.
Right, right. Dude, that's sick. So what'd you do in Miami, dude? Like paintball's cool and stuff, but did you do anything fun? You go to the beach at least, something, man?
We went to the beach. We had a bunch of good food and we had some fun. Just
Nice
your
little
standard team
relaxation.
bonding stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So the first event is kind of like the practice is over. You're leading into this is your first event with the team. It's got to be at least a little exciting, man.
Sure. Sure. Definitely
So
something I've been looking forward to at least since the off season.
right, so the you guys kind of get third place. I know you are kind of hoping for a win. So are like something I'm kind of curious to know is it happens even a lot on teams I've played for is like you guys are doing pretty well, you're doing pretty well, you're in that game to go on to the finals and you actually lose that game. And then there are so many times where like I'm just gonna flat out say it, dude, where I feel like we're the better team, but we still get fourth, dude, because we're literally just so pissed off because we lost the game before. And that is like not what happened in with Mutiny, because you guys took third. You guys obviously lost the game to get to the finals, but won the next one. I would really like to know like how your pits worked, because so other teams can learn how to drag themselves out, because I feel like that's a healthy when you do that, that's a healthy environment on the team.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
feel like you guys aren't yelling and screaming. So you guys dropped that game. What were the pits like at that moment? Did someone maybe say something to crack a joke or galvanize the team? Because I've tried it all, man. I've been like, hey, dudes, it's not over, dude. Money's still on the line. Let's fucking go. And then we still get fourth. I'm like, shit, dude, that didn't work. So, like, what did anything happen there that like galvanized the team, or like what was said in that moment?
Yeah. So when we lose that match, that semis match to Hurricanes, I think, our coach Sauceman, he says, instantly gets everybody's attention and make sure that we remember the bigger goal, which is the pro spot at the end of the year. So third over fourth is seriously important when it comes down to points.
Right.
So just him kind of rounding everybody up real quick and keeping us just focusing on the right track, not letting the emotions fly. I
Yeah.
think it was good. And then we came into that match was back and forth. They tied it up with 10 seconds left, so we played overtime point. I think they got a minor. Then we end up winning. So that match was
Intense,
tough.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, that's sick. That's what I'm always like. I'm very curious to know about that, because I feel like that's something with a lot of teams struggle with. Because, like I said, we struggle with it too. You lose that game, and then everyone's pissed off, dude, and everyone's like, oh, blah blah blah. And I feel like good teams know how to like drag themselves out of that. So I was really curious to know, because you guys obviously did that, and I think you're a good team. So I wanted to know how you did it. It's just I need to up my speech game. My speech game is not on point with Sauceman's. It's all good.
Right.
Get
Well,
better.
he's had some
That's why you
practice.
hire a coach, dude. Pay
Yeah,
him
yeah.
big bucks.
That's why I'm for free.
Right.
But no, but so you don't have to give me like a really point by point breakdown. But
Sure.
how did like the prelims go for you guys? Did you feel like things were kind of clicking for you guys, or were there struggles?
So Friday not clicking at all. We lost to Wolfpack.
That was a setup. I knew that, but
Yes, I'm not. I can't remember the exact score, but lost to Wolfpack, and
right.
then
I feel like sometimes the exacts the score is important, but the score doesn't tell the story. I want the story.
All right.
You know, because
the
there's
story.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like there's sometimes where like a team will tack on like 3 or 4 points at the end, like when
Sure,
it's like
sure.
the other team's trying to, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't tell the story of like the game, you know?
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
Right?
So,
But so yeah,
so,
go.
so Friday, lose to Wolfpack. And then the second match was struggle, I want to say. And we tied 4-4. So loss and tie on Friday.
And Struggle was your old team, right? So you
Right.
tied your old team. Oh,
Right. Yeah. So obviously not the results that we wanted. And
Right.
then really after that first match Saturday, let me just come back and give you guys.
But dude, that'll galvanize you. I mean, for sure, dude.
Right.
I was
Are
gonna
y'all
say that was a setup question because I kind of knew you guys had a rough Friday, but you guys turned it around.
right?
So I wanted you. So yeah, just like
Okay.
again, you don't have to.
Sorry,
Shoot.
I remember the teams we played now. So Saturday, we beat TCP by like 2. Start, getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
Right, that's when
And
you
then-
started to kind of get in the groove.
Yeah, because Friday there was no sort of rhythm really. Couple points in the struggle match maybe, but not firing like we should be. So beat TCP by 2, and then look real good against newbies. Shut them down, and then that was enough to move on. So we play Ocho finals.
Newbies is a tough team, man. They're from our area too. They're grinding too.
Newbies are real solid, yeah.
They're solid.
yeah. Shout out to Andy and the newbies, man. They ref my league, TSXL. Shout out to Andy.
Okay, nice.
Shout out. But so you guys make it on, and I'm sure with it being like like you said, with Friday being the way it went, it had to be at least a good feeling to know you're playing on Sunday.
Yeah, just because if we don't make the cut, then we feel really dumb, right? So it's nice to turn it around and see it progressively, get better.
Right,
And,
especially for you as an individual, because like you said, this is why you came here, was to do these big and greater things. So to make that point, I mean, I was kind of happy for you. So
Sure, well, thanks.
No problem, dude. So like I said, I was kind of happy for that you made it on because again, you're on a new team. You really want to show. We'll talk about it later too, because I want to ask about the future of Mutiny and blah 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 blah. But it's obvious they want to vie for that top spot because they want to get into that pro league. So to see you make it on, I was like, yes.
Definitely. Just to see everybody, dig deep and bounce back on Saturdays. I mean, that's what you want to see, right? So
right. That's what I was saying before. That's what you've seen a lot of good teams. Sometimes some teams in that moment crumble and the good teams carry through. And you should invent one like, when the shit gets tough, we can kind of pull it out,
Right. Yeah. So seeing a little adversity and then overcoming it, it's good. That's what we want, bringing us a little bit closer together. But anyways, Ocho finals, we get struggle, of course. And then we
the redemption story.
Right. Because at Cup, when I was playing for struggle, we played Mutiny in prelims, beat them in prelims. They 5-0'd us on Sunday. And this time obviously we tied them in prelims and then 5-0'd them on Sunday. So that was nice.
Yeah, that had to feel good, especially like I said, to eliminate them for you guys to go on.
Not that it was a big deal for us or me or anything, but whatever. It's just nice to win the match and win it 5-0.
Right. That's I mean, we'll get back to it, but like there's no bad blood with you like leaving the team or anything like that. It was kind of like, hey, listen, I'm gonna better my situation. I'm really sorry. I'm doing this for me, and they were very cool with it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anybody knows, what this type of opportunity is about. They're not gonna feel any sort of type of way,
No, that's awesome because you say they shouldn't feel some type of way, but I think we all know that like some people would kind of feel that type of way. So it's good to hear that they're not.
Yeah. Oh no, I still like all those guys. They've been real cool to me. So
awesome. So like I said, you go on, you take third, but the future of Mutiny is to earn that pro spot and get up into the pro division.
Yeah, that is the main goal.
And you're thinking you're going to do it with this roster right here. Like this is like you're going to take this forward.
As far as I have no idea. As far as I know, this is the roster for the rest of the year, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just a soldier, right? You go out there and shoot your gun the way they tell
I
you
just,
to.
I just do what Sauceman tells me. That's it.
Yeah, awesome. So has anything now that that event is over and in the like the past per se, what is some of the things you guys are doing future to get ready for the next event? Is there like a little break or a layoff, or are we just like we're getting right back into it to try and make sure we get the gold?
I mean, everybody's expected to be doing individual, stuff all the time, but we'll probably get together for a weekend down there like one time before the layout practices, and then probably both layout practices down there again, and then Philly.
Yeah, right. So with you guys not being so close, I know you live in the Midwest. You said only like 60% of guys really live down there. So is it kind of on you guys up there to make sure you're getting better, like yourself every day?
Yeah, but them too. It's just an accountability thing within the team. Everybody's expected to get better, or at least be better than we were last event, right? So.
Right. No, I'm mainly asking. So when you are home, where do you get your grind down at?
Oh, I play at the farm.
Okay.
I live in Nashville. I play at the farm. It's like 30 minutes from my house.
Oh, so you live close. 'Cause I know there's a couple
Yeah.
of good ones. I know Asylum is another one that's kind of in Louisville. That's probably not too far, and there's a
Right.
couple other ones out there. But dude, I've seen pictures. I really want to go for a mechanical event there. That shit looks tight.
Yeah, it's getting nicer, and he's been doing a bunch of work to it. It's always a good time out there. But also, if I don't go there, I go to Asylum. That's 3 hours north in Louisville. That's where at least one of my teammates are at. So sometimes I'll go up there.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much just those two spots.
Right. And as far as other work you could do to prepare for events, what's like your gym routine like? Are you a big cardio guy? Are you like me where like I work outside, so I don't really like work out too hard because I'm pretty tired when I get home from work?
Yeah, I'm mostly cardio and like plyometric body weight sort of stuff.
Me too. I'm a big plyo guy when I do work out.
Yeah. But definitely, vamping that up a little bit as we move forward.
No, hell yeah. I think plyo is good too because a lot of time it's your own body weight. So like when people want to use excuses like, oh, I can't afford a gym, it's like, bro, you know what's free planking? Get at me in 5 minutes, dude. It'll be the longest 5 minutes of your life.
Sucks just as bad.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks just as bad. So with the All Heart, who's in charge of like the social media for the All Heart branding and stuff like that? Is that mainly you, or is that like a little combination of everybody?
It's all three of us. All three of us operating the social media, doing the sales, production, whatever. It's all pretty much, equal.
It's all everyone just kind of. And another thing I definitely want to ask is I thought I saw you guys on the ICPL roster. So does Mutiny doing any of these mechanical events coming up?
I think
do you know of?
Not the NXL Mutiny team, but they do have a Mutiny mech team that is playing under the Mutiny name. Obviously, I think they're shooting those shockers, those Mutiny shockers. I don't really know those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do know did know that they were playing.
Right. No, because I'm pretty sure because that's my kind of world. So I saw them on the list, and that's why I was like, oh, definitely got to ask Trey, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping you're going to be there, man. But it's okay. It's all good.
I'm not going to be at that the Maryland one or whatever coming up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be at that one, but I'll be at ICC and then maybe the Chicago one after that, right? Or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Chicago, Badlands, October.
Yeah. So I'll probably be at ICC and then Badlands. And those will be my two mech things.
Hell yeah, we'll definitely be down there. So we definitely got to link up and get a beer or something.
For sure.
So when you do play mech, what do you shoot? You shoot the mechanical shocker?
Well, my buddy hooked me up with a E-mech with the hair and some maybe the infamous trigger. I don't even know what it is, but the thing shreds, so I don't see any reason to buy.
They rip.
Yeah, so I don't need the adrenaline shock or anything crazy like that. E-mech's fine for me.
Yeah, no, dude, they rip, and you get that hair valve, that thing. Whoo.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and again, coming on to Mutiny as like, I don't know, to me it's like a big name. So are you looking forward to kind of like carrying on that Mutiny name into the future, man?
Yeah, I think Mutiny has served as a launch pad for a lot of different people, taking that next step in the pro division. So I think it's a good spot for me to be.
Oh yeah.
Proud to be here, proud to wear, the logo and the name. So just trying to do the best I can. That's it.
Dude, hell yeah, man. So what are some drills that you like to do when you're kind of like when you're at the field? Like when you're at the field, what kind of things do you do to stay sharp? Because the farm is like a great field, but as far as I know, there's no like really pro teams there scrimmaging or this, that, and the other thing. So is individual drills something you do a lot, or are you just flat out running points with like, the D3 kids or the D4 kids chilling there?
Mostly when I'm home, it's more individual drill focused, not just like playing throw together street ball stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mostly just individual drills, little speed ladder action out there, just whatever, just me in the turf.
Yeah, I love the speed ladder. That shit is my jam too.
Yeah, it's nice to just have it out there.
And do you do any like do you like targets? Do you snap shoot? Like what are some
Sure.
like what's your go-to drill? Like if you're like, hey, you know what, I can only do one drill for the rest of my life. What's that drill?
Some probably sticking a pole in the turf, and then I'm running back and forth, running and shooting it.
Yeah,
basically
right,
until I throw
stability
up.
Down,
yeah,
man.
right.
Awesome, dude. Well, Trey, thank you so much for giving us so much insight on, Mutiny, your move to Mutiny, the layout and everything. I hope our listeners can really, get some knowledge when they play the layout going forward and how they break down layouts in the future, hopefully, man. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
And again, thank you all the listeners for coming and hanging out with us. You guys are truly the best. Again, we're going to be at PSI next week. That is 1 week from when you guys are going to be listening to this. So make sure you come hang out with us, come do some wood ball. If you ever want to hang out and be on the podcast for a little, like I said, we're going to be bringing all this stuff to record podcasts and have a good time down there. So come say what's up, and we'll catch all you guys on the next episode. Take it easy, guys.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.